on this one screw. I'm sweating. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Bree. I'm 26 years old and I live in Minnesota. She hates when I talk to the camera. I don't know what it is. Or I have a tripod set up. She hates it. As I was saying, welcome back. This is going to be kind of a home improvement vlog. I think I mentioned it in my last video, but our living room area that I'm standing in had a pool table in it for the longest time, and we finally got rid of it. So we now have to make over an entire living room from top to bottom. So the first thing I just did today is I took down all of the blinds because I kind of despise them, and they also were kind of broken and like not working correctly. You're making this difficult for me, you know that? Yeah, but honestly, disassembling and like taking those blinds down was easier than I thought it was gonna be. It did take probably like an hour just because of unscrewing like 30 screws. Took me more time than I thought, but it's done. And now we need to go to the store and find some curtains. I wanna do a big curtain rod up above the windows and then get long, pretty curtains that just slide instead of the fold up and down blinds that we had. So now that is the next step, is making our way over to Target and Home Goods is where I'm going to start, because that's the closest stores to us, and I feel like I could definitely find some stuff at both of those stores. Okay, here's what we ended up with. I was all over the place with the damn curtain rods because I kept forgetting about this smaller window and the fact that the width of it is gonna be a lot shorter. Bubs also got a new toy. I had to switch those around a million times, but we finally found some that I'm crossing my fingers work. Bubba, can we take this upstairs? Can you go upstairs? Yeah, but the goal is 2 curtains, so I got a double curtain rods. They need to be wiped down, like they're so dirty for some reason, but we'll fix that. So I have 2 curtain rods for both windows. These sheer ones will go on the inside. These blackout linen ones will go on the outside. So we have the option to have it completely blackout, dark in the room with full privacy, or we can open these ones up and still have these ones closed, and it lets in light still, but people aren't able to see directly into our windows. Now we need to assemble, which is going to be the hard part. I'm not really looking forward to it, if I'm honest, but I want to get it done today because right now our windows are just completely open. Everyone can see in them. So I kind of just want to get this shit done. I'm actually sweating so bad trying to do this, mainly because I'm having to get on and off of this damn chair a gazillion times to try and go back and forth between things, but we have the rod hanging up on the long window. They'll extend all the way to there, but I just need to put the curtains on now before we screw it into that side. I also need to remove these. They're like from the previous owner when they had the blinds up. They're just like little sticky pad things. I don't know. That's an after issue, but those black dots will not be there. They're a little wrinkly, they need to like fall a little bit still, but there it is with the blackout curtains completely shut. It makes it so dark in here, which is perfect because when we're like watching TV or movies, it'll be nice because the TV is gonna end up on this wall. The sun will be blaring in at it, so that will help with sun not being reflected on the TV. If we wanna open these up, I have this sheer curtain behind them. I'm loving this setup, and now I have to tackle that stupid window. But I'm so proud of myself because I did this all alone, which I didn't need to, but my boyfriend was gone helping a friend this morning, and I was like, when I set my mind to something, I'm gonna just do it. It looks so good. Hello, it is a few weeks later. We have been a bit all over the place for the past few weeks, but I am back to working on some home renovation stuff. So I figured I would pop on and include this with some of the other stuff I filmed with like the curtains and everything. There's gonna be a lot of home stuff coming because we have a lot of projects we want to get done this summer, but I'm coming to you with a few updates, and then we are also running to Home Depot right now to do a few things too. So I thought perfect time to bring you guys along. A major update is we did order a couch that is getting delivered on Friday. It's like the Costco version of the cloud couch. We didn't order all of the sections, like it's a modular couch, and we got 4 sections instead of like I think The big one is 6 sections, but we just do not have room for that. It's coming Friday. I will vlog all of that also and put that together, and crossing our fingers that it works. We did measure everything, so it should work, but you never know sometimes. That is exciting. I'm very excited about having a couch now in this space, because now we've had probably 2 or 3 weeks with just like an empty room, which is fine because things don't always happen super quick. Another update in what I'm actually working on right now and going to get some stuff for is we have a few garden beds in our yard that I want to revamp. They were here when we moved in, and like the previous owners did stuff with them, but we obviously just kind of have been ignoring them and not tending to them. So we're going to just completely restart them. I took some of the day yesterday to just like pull a bunch of weeds out, whatever plants were in there, just kind of clear some shit out so that we can start from there. Now I'm going to Home Depot and I'm going to get some soil, compost. I'm gonna look for some things to plant. I want to do one of the garden beds as just like kind of herbs. So I have written down, I need to go get my notebook actually, because I have a checklist that I forgot to bring with me. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I've written down that we're gonna do basil, oregano, and one more that I am blanking on. But we're gonna do like probably 4 or 5 different herbs in one of them. And then I haven't quite decided what I wanna do with the other one. Sleep on it, wait on it. We don't need to do it all at once, you know? I don't want it to be too overwhelming, because I also am new to all of this like gardening and landscaping and all of that type of stuff. So I'm learning as I go, and I don't want to like jump in head first and not do things correctly, if that makes sense, because I am the type of person where I get really excited about a project and I want to just like go and get it all done, but then half the time it just like doesn't turn out how I want it to. Ran out of storage. We're back again. Like I was saying, I'm trying to just kind of like slow down, and like everything doesn't need to be done all at once. It can be done in stages. So we're gonna just focus on the one garden bed for now, and then we will figure out what we want to do with the other one. I feel like this is also just me getting older. Like I'm getting excited about like these types of projects and activities. Like this is what I want to spend my weekend doing instead of going out all the time. There's a healthy balance, but I'm excited to like grow some of our own food, have the landscaping looking a bit better. But anyways, let me stop rambling and let's go to Home Depot and see what all we can find, and then we'll come back and start doing some things. Alright, this is our progress after day 1, which doesn't look like much until you look at these literal buckets of dirt. Like these are big trash cans. That's a lot of freaking dirt, and there's still so much more left. We're now on day 2. I'm coming back out to keep digging this dirt and hopefully get that situation done today so we can move on to the next step, which is laying down some of this weed fabric so that there isn't any other weeds I didn't get or roots or whatever that come through and disrupt the new stuff that I'm going to plant and put down. We are almost out of space in our buckets, which I'm like, okay, I need to now figure out somewhere else to put dirt. We're gonna eventually put some of this dirt back into there, but then mix it with some new compost and soil so it can be refreshed and new. So this will all be going back in, or most of it will be, but I now don't know where to put the rest of that. I mean, I don't think there's a ton left. I literally don't know, because I thought I would be to the bottom of this bitch by now. We're gonna keep digging, and that is the progress report so far. I realized that I have not had a coffee today yet, and I was like, why does my head hurt so bad? Definitely what's doing it. Unfortunately, I wish my body wasn't, I'm not addicted to caffeine, because it's like I don't need it all the time. I just need like 1 a day. So I guess, is that addicted? I don't know. So we're gonna make one. We're almost out of Nespresso pods, which is depressing because I don't want to buy more, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Honestly, I'm convinced that these people didn't lay anything underneath of this thing, and that I'm just gonna keep digging into the literal ground. So I'm gonna call it a day on digging up dirt because we have gotten to a good point. Like, I've dug out pretty much all of it, flatten it out, and then we're gonna lay down this weed blocker fabric. Okay, I laid a layer of the fabric down. This was probably the easiest thing I've done so far, but we had these like leftover cement like bricks that were in our walkway over there, but we're like completely redoing all of that stuff over there too. So there's a bunch of them just in a pile. We're not using them, and I was like, okay, perfect. These will be a good weight to be on top of the corners of this fabric so that this stays down and in place and hopefully keeps all of the stuff underneath of it out as best as it can. It might not be perfect, but it should hopefully do the trick. So now I'm going to, I think, pile a layer of the dirt we took out back in here and then mix in our new soil and compost slash cow manure and mix that all in and keep adding dirt, basically just like making a mixture of all of these things. Now all that work we just did getting it out, we are putting it right back in. Okay, we have all of our compost and soil and everything mixed in. So the hard part is done, and now I'm gonna give it a nice little water, and then in a few hours I'm going to plant some of our herbs. Look at how cute all of my little herbs are now. So we have our basil, our parsley, our thyme, and our oregano. And they're all so little and cute, but they will get big and strong, hopefully, if I do this all correctly. I literally feel like I'm covered in dirt. But I quickly realized, as I did with the dirt, that that is much more of a bigger space than I thought. And I can definitely plant more herbs in there. So I did just run back to Home Depot and I got like 6 more little things. I doubled up on a few of them, and then I think I grabbed like a cilantro. I don't know, I kind of just went in, picked what I wanted, but not mint, because I heard that mint grows like wildfire and that it'll take over your entire garden. So luckily we don't really use mint for anything, and I don't need mint. So we didn't get any of that, but now we will have 10 little individual plants all within there. And then I also got a pack of marigold flowers because I've also heard that those are good at surrounding your herb garden or just like whatever garden. It helps keep pests away, like the pests that you don't want. It also can help keep away like rabbits, animals like that, which we have so many rabbits. I'm gonna put up a short like fence around everything also. Should hopefully help. Yeah, gonna do everything we can to prevent outside factors coming in and ruining anything. Now we have more to go plant, like a lot more, especially with the marigolds. There's like 12 of them that I'm gonna just plant all around the outside. Okay, we are looking a lot more lively in here. We've got much more going on. I planted all of the herbs in the middle. We have more basil. I got 2 more of these because I would say out of any of these herbs or just herbs in general, probably use basil the most. It's my favorite. So we have 3 basils, 2 parsleys. They're 2 different kinds, so we'll see what happens with that. 2 lemon thymes, 2 cilantros. This is a new one that we added. I don't eat cilantro a ton, but now I'm gonna try to eat it, or can always give it to your friends. And then 1 little lonely oregano. I'm sad because I wanted at least 1 more oregano, but they didn't have any left. So we've got this little guy on his own. And then like I said, I planted the marigolds all around the perimeter so that hopefully all of the pests stay away, and it helps with the rabbits and everything also. But it's looking so much cuter, so much more full. All of this will get bigger. And last step is to put back some of this white fencing lining the entire thing to also help with rabbits and other creatures that might want to get in there and nibble. The fencing is added. It's not the tallest ever, so we'll see how it works. We're officially finished with one garden bed, and I'm so excited about it. Good morning. It is now the next day, and we are continuing with our garden bed reset chaos. I am now going back to Home Depot for the 3rd time. I knew that I would probably be back and forth a lot, which is fine. It is what it is, because, you know, sometimes I just don't know what I am gonna need in the future when I'm there at the time. So we've been doing some back and forth. I just spent the morning digging out the 2nd garden bed, and it was not nearly as hard as the first one because I don't think the previous owners had as much planted in there or like really anything in there, so there wasn't like a gazillion roots and shit that I had to try and get through, so it was a lot quicker, a lot easier, thankfully. Put down the weed fabric and the like concrete bricks, and then put dirt back in. I need to go get another bag of compost and soil. I think it worked out well with the other one that I only need 1 bag of each. And then more plants. I think I'm gonna do some vegetables in that one. So we have herbs in one, and then we're gonna do a little vegetable garden in the other one. I'm thinking tomatoes, some peppers of some sort, maybe some variety of peppers, maybe a cucumber. We're gonna see what all they have when we get there. We're on like day 3 of doing things, which isn't bad because I think if everything goes according to plan, both of them should be done and ready to go today. And it is now Wednesday, so our couch is coming in 2 days. So we have that to film and do also, which I might end up just putting in the next video because I feel like this one might be getting a bit long. We'll see what happens with that, but let's go to the store. The store was a bit picked over, which was expected. I'm glad that I went on Monday to get all of that stuff because the herbs were completely gone and picked over, so glad that we were good on that front. There wasn't as much other stuff going on either. I did get 2 of the things that I wanted. We could probably fit more in the box, but this is just where we're gonna start. So I grabbed 2 Roma tomato plants because that is my favorite type of tomato. I like to make tomato soup, salsa, tons of stuff with Roma tomatoes. And then we got 2 little jalapeno guys. My boyfriend loves jalapenos. And then I did get some more marigolds because I'm gonna do the same thing around the perimeter where I line it with these to try my best to keep pests and rabbits and whatnot away. This is our lineup for today. I need to... Oh, and I also got this plant tower support system for the tomatoes. Once they start growing, they'll grow up and have support. So we have that to put in there too. Have the same compost and soil that I did in that one that we're just gonna add to the top of this, and then we can water it and start planting. Our 2nd garden bed is finished. I didn't show much of the process because it was the same exact thing that I did with that one. We have some open room on this side so I could eventually get some more things if I wanted, but we have our little jalapeno guys here and our tomatoes in their cage, and will hopefully grow nice and tall. And then of course our marigolds spread around the outside. So similar setup to that one, just different plants, and we are officially finished with our garden beds. I will keep updating you guys in vlogs to come on how the plants are growing, what produce we're getting, and just the progress. But right now they are just little and need to sit in the sun for quite some time to get going. But I think that is where I'm going to end this vlog, and then I'm gonna start up the next one tomorrow once our new couch comes, and we will start from there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.